Close your eyes as you take several slow, deep breaths and relax your body as you bring your attention to Jesus within you. Today, we will be reading from Matthew 15, 32 through 39. As you listen, imagine yourself in the story that we're reading and continue your slow, deep, relaxed breathing. Jesus called to his disciples and said, "I have compassion for these people. They've already been with me 3 days and have nothing to eat. I do not want to send them away hungry, or they may collapse on the way." His disciples answered, "Where could we get enough bread in this remote place to feed such a crowd?" "How many loaves do you have?" Jesus asked. "7," they replied, "and a few small fish." He told the crowd to sit down on the ground. Then he took the 7 loaves and the fish, and when he had given thanks, he broke them and gave them to the disciples, and they in turn to the people. They all ate and were satisfied. Afterward, the disciples picked up 7 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over. The number of those who ate was 4,000 men, besides women and children. After Jesus had sent the crowd away, he got into the boat and went to the vicinity of Magadan. When I read this, I nearly laughed out loud as I thought, "Are you serious?" This reads ridiculously like the miracle of Jesus feeding the thousands of people with the loaves of bread and the fish just a few sections ago. But as I found myself internally snickering and looking down at them for having such a lack of faith right after Jesus miraculously fed them before in such a similar situation, I started to feel a twinge of conviction murmuring inside of me. In fact, I'm guessing that Matthew did this on purpose to surface this realization in us. As you reflect on this, I invite you to ask yourself, where in my life do I stand in the wake of his power while I harbor a sense of scarcity, insecurity, or doubt? Pause the recording now as you identify specific situations in your life. Feel free to journal or speak aloud, and rejoin when you're ready. Now, pause to take this moment to name the places where you have seen his power and provision in Matthew and in your own life. I invite you to step back from the whirlpool of life, the expectations, burdens, demands, fears, and distractions. Pull yourself out to look up at him. Find your truest identity in him. Allow yourself to rest in the power of his arms. The whirlpool of life that you stepped out of continues to swirl, but now without you inside of it. Self-reliance is an illusion and a lie. Release it as you rest in his arms. He is the one who will provide. He is the one who brings the power. Rest in your dependence on him. Pause now to allow yourself to enjoy his worthiness, power, and strength as you rest. And now, bring your attention back to the whirlpool of life from this place of dependent groundedness. Allow your mind to see all of those big and small things in life from this perspective as you depend and trust him. Rejoin when you're ready. As you go back to your regular daily life, when you notice the doubts or insecurities or burdens of life surfacing, be aware to pause and bring yourself back to this place of dependence and worship to recollect your perspective and your true identity. Jesus, thank you for your complete power and trustworthiness that is bigger than we often allow ourselves to see when we're swirling in the whirlpool of life. We praise you, Jesus.